Hi, this is Michael Rony Mullick, and you are watching the pre-market show. And a huge gap up expecting in the markets today. So things are looking really good because of US inflation, which came below than expected last night, and that has been causing a huge up movement in the US markets. So if you look at SGX Nifty right now, it is trading close to a huge up move of almost 17,740. So it indicates 190 to 200 points gap up in the markets, and that to on expiry day. So you can imagine the markets are likely to be volatile because on expiry day people have taken a lot of uh, positions on the short side, not expecting the markets to move up significantly, but that is the case today. So it's very interesting to watch how the markets react after opening. So let us go to the US markets and see how things have ended over there, and then we will come to our markets. US markets, S&P 500 up by 2.13 percentage, ending at the highest point of the day. Nasdaq, same thing, up by 2.85 percentage, again ending at the highest point of the day, and Dow Jones also up by 1.63 percentage. So things have been looking really good in the US markets right after the data, and that positivity is shown in the price charts. So if this is sustaining in the coming days or not, that is to be seen. And for now things look bullish, and let's see how things turn out to be. The US VIX yesterday collapsed by 9.33 percentage, volatility coming down in the US markets. Now it is below 20, is definitely a good thing for the markets, and hopefully India VIX will also collapse today. It was up 1.4 percentage yesterday. It should come down by at least 5 to 8 percentage is what we can expect. Now coming to other markets, we have seen the US markets doing pretty well. US futures right now are even higher. S&P 500 up by almost 0.2 percentage, Nasdaq up by 0.27 percentage, and Dow Jones is up by 0.2 percentage is what we are seeing. So things are looking pretty good. Everything is in green. Coming to Asian markets, the only Asian market which is down slightly is the Japanese market, down 0.65 percentage, but we are seeing a steady recovery happening in the Japanese market as well. But other markets, Hong Kong market up by 1.22 percentage. You can see it opened with a huge gap up, and it is sustaining those levels. So good to see. Chinese markets are slightly positive, nothing significant, 0.16 percentage in the green, but it is trying to move up right now. So that is also a good thing. Korean markets are also 1.23 percentage, but now we are seeing it is coming down slowly. But nothing to be concerned about. So Asian markets are all up except the Japanese market. US futures are up, and SGX Nifty is definitely up. So I mean, if you can combine all those things, we are expecting only a one-way movement. That is a huge gap up for the markets, and that one expiry day is going to be difficult because you can see right across board calls were sold yesterday aggressively, right from 17,500 to 17,850, 800 levels. So these people will be getting into a huge trouble today because they were expecting the markets to go down, and it will open with a huge gap up, not giving them a chance to square off their position. So what will happen is whenever the markets opens at 9:15, these people would like to square off their positions, and that can propel the markets even higher. This is called short covering, and you can witness that today. So let's see how the markets do. And same thing with Bank Nifty. Also huge amount of calls were written across board. People expecting the markets to not go above 38,500. So 38,300 above, everything was a lot of calls were written in the system, and let's see how these people handle it. So expect a very volatile expiry. First few minutes, if you look at the price chart, it will open around 17,750 to 800. This is a massive amount of resistance for Nifty, and if the market ends above this, definitely that is going to be a positive sign, but the chances are very less. So what can happen is the market will open around these levels, and then it will be a profit booking, and the markets can come down 100 200 points. So first level of support I'm looking at is 17,635, and then yesterday's high of around 17,530, levels. These are the supports I'm watching out for, and everything looks bearish, then 17,450 is the last support. But since the FIIs have been buying continuously for the last week and this week as well, so we can expect some kind of recovery from the lower ends. So that is definitely on the cards. So we have to wait and see when they when the markets recover. So expecting a huge gap up, and definitely what happens, a lot of people would like to book their profits in the first 15 minutes. So if you are trading intraday, maybe we can avoid trading the first 15 minutes to half an hour if you're just starting out. But then obviously if you want to take a risk and go ahead, so definitely you can do that as well. So that is Nifty's levels we have discussed for today's expiry. Now coming to Bank Nifty. Now Nifty, if it opens at with around 200 points or 190 point gap up, whatever it is, then Bank Nifty can easily open up 400 points higher. So that will bring us to around 38,700 levels. And if that is the case, we know that the next logical level of resistance should come around 38,750 to 800 zone. That acts as a very, very stiff amount of resistance. And just in case the close is above this level, then we can expect further bullishness to continue in the coming days. But again, chances of that are less, because the way markets are run up, people would like to book their positions, and especially being an expiry day, we can expect some volatility in the markets. So if the market is not able to hold these levels, we can expect the markets to come down around 38,500 is the first level of support, then 38,350, and then 38,150, and finally 38,000. These are the support levels I will be watching out on the lower side in case of Bank Nifty today. So these are the levels. So definitely watch out for sectors like IT. IT will do pretty well because Nasdaq was up significantly, 2.65%. So IT stocks will be in focus, and then most of the stocks will be in focus today because a lot of them came out with results. SAIL came out with very good results. Hindalco coming out with good results. Coal India coming out with good results. So a lot of stock specific action is also going to be there. And apart from that, crude oil prices are around 91.76 to 92, so slightly higher side. I mean, it is on an uptrend is what we are seeing, and Asian Paints was down because of this, so maybe the bearishness will continue in Asian Paints as well. Dollar index is at 105, so nothing changed much, and USD INR is at 79.19, so it has gained slightly is what we are seeing USD INR, but overall things look very, very positive in the markets. So if you are holding into long positions overnight, a big smile should be on your face when the market opens at 9:15 a.m. in the morning. And maybe if you have reached your targets, it is always advisable to book profits because you never know when the markets can fall from here. So obviously be on the cautious side because markets are trying to go to euphoric levels, and this is where the pain can start. So definitely be cautious, and it's an expiry day. Trade carefully and hopefully come out with lots of profits. And that's all for now for the pre-market show. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.